Well, there's nothing worse than an active train track when you're doing a filming location video. Right there is the bridge that we see as Jeff walks down here, right across here. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but let's check out this train with the Santa right there. All right, buddy. Let's keep going that way. Stay out of the shot. Here we go. Okay. Let's take a closer look at this.
Produced by Louie Six Cat.
Okay.
Louie Six Cat. Louie Six Cat is a beat-making genius. Don't be shy, subscribe.
Alright, it turns out I should really hurry up and do this. But here is where Jeff walks along, right here, and you can see that the hill is the same, this light pole is the same, and even just kind of the lineup of the houses right here. But this is undeniably that bridge that he walks across. I'll zoom in a little so you can see better. Here is the actual scene from this film location. So this would more or less match up the shot right here. Him come walking right here on the outside closer to us of the track. This is undeniably that location. How awesome is that? And this is the surrounding area. This is an active train track. Just the opposite side. And two trains passed by since I've been up here. I'm positive Port Authority sees me up here, it's going to be a problem. This is an active train track, but this is that location. How awesome is that? 7 minutes in heaven. Jeff walks along here. This was a hard find, but I found it. Alright guys, now I'll just reenact it. Let's see. How awesome is that? This is that location that Jeff, in the movie 7 Minutes in Heaven, walks down. This is that bridge. How awesome. This is just a zoomed out angle, walking down here. How awesome. Just trying to soak this location in. Not too often do I get to really soak them in. Actually, I do try to soak them in with all of them. It's just, it's surreal when you're at these spots, you know? It's surreal. This is that bridge. This is what he would have looked down at. This is it. This is where Jeff walked across these tracks. This is just a longer shot. Alright guys, that is this location. The train tracks that Jeff walks down. The bridge, the train tracks. I don't know, whatever, but this is it. Awesome. So happy I visited this location and found it. Yes. So here is a look at this bridge from ground level, just in case you're wondering. We would see, if we were down here, Jeff walking across here, walking this way. And this is what we were looking at. This is the ground level. As you can tell, this hill goes up. And that's about it. Alright guys, here I am at the location. I had to wait for this person to shut their music off. But anyway, here I am at the location where we see Polly come around this corner here and walk up here talking to herself and walk into a store that would be right about here. It would be the second store. So right about here she would walk in. Now, this whole area was being remodeled over the years. And right here, there used to be a place, a florist right here, that's now no longer here. It burned down. I'll post a picture of it so you know what I'm talking about. And this Washington Street sign wasn't here. It was across the street in the movie when we see her walking this way. This is that location where we see Polly walking down the street. Here is the actual scene from this film location. Again, this is that location that we see her walk right down here. And like I said, this burned down actually in the last 1 or 2 years. You see a van parked right here in the movie, and you see that the sign is across the street instead of right here. And like I said, this whole area has been being remodeled, but this is where she would have come from. So obviously this sign wouldn't be here. And there would be a florist, and you would see that awning right here. And this street sign would be across the street. But we're gonna reenact her walking up. But this is that location all these years later, over 30 years later. She comes walking around this corner and up this street. This is that location. So this would be walking in her footsteps as she's talking to herself as she walks up to what would be the second store right about here. Subscribe to me channel. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, leave a comment, follow me on social media, Louie6Cards.